Hello there, everyone. So without further ado, before I get to these stuff here, let's go through the footage of me walking around. Okay, so the first one I did was this Friends of the Library book sale. If you don't know what this is, it's pretty much like an event that happens through a weekend where a bunch of libraries come together in like a bunch of books and stuff and movies, TV shows and all that kind of stuff, games that they don't need and they need to get rid of, so they like have a huge sale. And I wasn't able to record footage because there were so many people there, but it was really crowded. But I'll show you the haul that I got from that place at the end. After that Friends of the Library book sale, I decided to hit up a nearby Goodwill, see if I usually go to Goodwill so I can find any manga or games, maybe some anime DVDs. But as you can see, I was kind of stacking up some games here that I found interesting to pick up, so Goodwill was a good place to hit. And after that, I hit up a thrift shop that was right next door, and there wasn't anything really in particular except this one manga for like, I think it was less than $1 that I found. I used to see this all the time as a kid, so I was like, hey, why not 95 cents for a manga volume? Sure. After that place, I hit up yet another Goodwill that wasn't too far away from the first Goodwill I went to. There's a racing game here, Fable, which I unfortunately did not come complete. Some weird gummy bear game there. We have some Brain Age, which I already have. And like Smuggler's Run, NASCAR, Connect Adventures, Wii Fit, the usual fare you'd see at Goodwills. I did see this though, a Hitman game. I don't own a single Hitman game, so I'm like, hey, why not? $5 for a Hitman game, sure. Now this place was really cool. This was Book Exchange, which was a bit of a drive, but in here they had a bunch of manga. As you can see here, some Slimy Sekai, Neon Genesis, Evangelion. You have a bunch of manhwa here, stuff you don't usually see in bookstores whatsoever. Some like very out of left field series here: Excel Saga, Yokai Watch, Pita 10, Kazan, and Suikoden manga, Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I did start having a bit of a stack here, but I did get more than this, and you'll see that soon. And lastly, the final place I went to was my absolute favorite place to buy manga. It is Second and Charles. This is like one of the most handiest places if you want to find secondhand books, games, music, movies. Everything's so organized, well depth. They have such a huge collection, as you can see here, for you to select from. Of course, I gravitated towards the fairy tale because I'm just like that. But yeah, they had a bunch of series. Now, I did have these in my hands. I have no idea why I decided to leave that Dragon's Crown, but next time I go, I will pick it up. But yeah, there was quite a wide selection for me to pick from. And of course, I try to always get the stuff that's, used and cheap. Not like sometimes I do get brand new copies of stuff, but I'm mostly here for the used, cheaper copies. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the stuff that I got. Let's first talk about the stuff I got from Book Exchange here. We have one light novel here. We have Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls on a Dungeon? On the side, Sword Oratoria #2. I think this is the first volume of this spin-off that I've gotten. I do have the actual Danmachi, a couple of them. Yeah, it was only $7, so you save quite a bit there, and it looks pretty pristine to me. And we have Attack on Titan, volume 26. I rarely get this now, but it's once in a blue moon, but I am still collecting it. That was only $5.50, so it's been there apparently for quite a while. Yeah, that's cool. Suikoden, volume 1. This is specifically, see if I can focus. The Successor of Fate. Never had Suikoden 3 manga before. This is new to my collection of manga. $5. They had a couple if you saw in the video footage, but I only got one because I wanted to get other stuff. Like this, Excel Saga Volume 1. I always heard this is like a cult classic. A couple of my friends really like this, like this one. It was only $5, so why not? That's another new series to my collection. And of course, also Fairy Tail Volume 6 and 8. each being $5.50, and that is a steal, especially because they look very pristine. So yeah, that's what I got at that book exchange place. Pretty good stuff, quite a bit of good savings there. Next, what I got off of the Second and Charles, the last place I went to, we have some Fairy Tale, of course. We have volume 30, which seems to be a bit of water damage, but it's fine because it was only $3.85. And we have volume 9. I've been trying to close the volume gaps that I have in the beginning. I have quite a few, and with this I'm getting quite close to doing that. $4.70 for that. Pretty good condition too. Then we have Showbits. I rarely get these. With these 3, I actually almost have all of them now. I think I only need like 1 or 2 volumes left. We have volume 1, volume 5, and volume 6 of Showbits. I need to finish the show. It's fantastic. She's adorable. Really recommend to either read or to watch it. It's very good. These were pretty cheap too. $3.50, $3.35. So very cheap. Then another Fairy Tale. We have 100 Year Quest, the sequel to Fairy Tale Volume 9. I really fell off reading this, but I do actually like this more than the original Fairy Tale, believe it or not. It's really good, and for how pristine it looks, $6.50, not too bad. And the last thing I got at the Second Charles is Volume 10 of Boruto. Again, I had gotten so many of these volumes that I kind of just really slowed down getting this. Now, I think this is good. It's nothing like amazing or anything, so I kind of just get it on a rare occasion, especially when it's like a discount. $4.95 for a Naruto volume. Why not? Boruto, I guess. Yeah, that was the stack from Book Exchange. Let's go through some games now. This is the games that I got off of the 2 Goodwill visits. They're both in here. So, here we have the 2 PlayStation 3 games I picked up, which is the BioShock Ultimate Rapture Edition, which includes 1 and 2, and $40 worth of add-on content, which, of course, does not at all apply to now, because these things obviously are expired. Okay, here's some BioShock Infinite stickers. Oh no, wait, no, I'm incorrect. It actually seems to include it inside the disc. That is actually cool. Okay, so yeah, it includes it inside the disc, which is nice. So, a collection of the 2 games, a bunch of content. Why not? So for $5, because Goodwill in my area sells all the games for $5.05. Unless it's like a discount day of the week. We have Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition. Now, usually I do not buy greatest hits or player choice, but this is the only way that you could get a complete edition. As you can see, no codes or anything. We have the owner's manual. It comes in the disc. So if you want a complete edition of this game, you have to get the greatest disc. It's like the only exception that I'm willing to make. Now the rest are 360 games. We have these, which my brother wanted them. We have a bunch of Command & Conquer. He recently started playing through the series. We have Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath, and Tiberium War. So these are mostly for him. I bought them, but he would like to give them a try whenever I buy a 360 again. So yeah, I don't have a 360, but here I am. One Xbox original game. It's the Hitman that I mentioned. I got this at the other Goodwill. Blood Money. The disc is a bit scratched, so it probably won't work, but I can probably resurface it. Then, back to the other Goodwill, we have 2 more games here. We have Oblivion. It includes like the map and everything. As you can see, I already have, I think that's also like the registration. But I already have the Skyrim on PC, which I got at another thrift store. So now I have Elder Scrolls 4 and 5. And lastly, Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires. I've never actually played Dynasty Warriors. I only like the crossover Nintendo ones, but I felt like I looked it up and I could have saved a pretty penny on it, so why not? So yeah, I want a Dynasty Warriors game now. So that's the stack from the Goodwills that I went to. Now these I did not mention in the video because they were at a thrift store that was pretty near my house, and I wasn't able to get footage of them because the work lady was like right next to the enclosed area of where the games were being at. You needed to like slide it open and be in front of the store with the cashier lady, and it was a bit embarrassing, so I didn't really want to record. But anyway, The Hobbit, the prelude to the Lord of the Rings. So this game was a childhood game of mine. I grew up with this. This is like the Xbox game besides Voodoo Vince that I played so much on my grandpa's Xbox. It was really cool. I had tons of fun with it, especially that stealth section. It was like really nerve-wracking. Then we have The Legend of Spyro in the beginning. Each of these $5 each, why not? I saved quite a bit with them. They each come complete, of course. But I just recently beat the first Spyro. I do have like a couple of Spyro games on the PlayStation 1, so I said, why not? So And I keep expanding my Spyro collection, especially after I started playing through them. And then there's that Dinosaur Hour manga that I got from that one thrift store nearby, the Goodwill. It's a new series in my collection, obviously. There's like a, it's like a really kiddie book, but I remember seeing this so much as a kid back then, like in my library, and being really curious of it, because like it's very crude art style right there with the giant dinosaur. So why not? And I think that was actually even half off, so it actually wasn't 95, I think it was even lower, so, barely paid anything for it. Then there's one last stack, which is the book exchange. This is a Friends of the Library book sale. I purposely left that one for last, because quite a bit of interesting stuff I picked up there. First, I'll go through the books that I got. Sorry about that. Okay. First we have, and a bunch, again, these are library books, so expect to see a bunch of stickers and stuff like that. So messed up the camera there. Okay, so we have Animal Academy Volume 2, I think it was. Volume 1, so there's a new series in my collection. I've never heard about this, but again, these were like chump change, by the way. They're like $1 or something each. I forgot which one of these had the receipt inside them, but it was like chump change. These are like $1, $2 each, and it barely amounted to much. Then you have Joy-Kai Watch, which I haven't gotten a single Joy-Kai Watch volume before, so another new series to my manga collection. This volume 2 specifically. I have a couple of the games on the 3DS. I've yet to play them, so maybe this will give me motivation to finally do it. Now, I did get this with, I was thinking I had this volume of Diamond and Pearl Adventure, and when I got back home, I did. So now I'm stuck with this library binding version of the same volume I already have. That kind of sucks. Then we have A Promised Neverland, Volume 2. Always great to get Promised Neverland. Again, this was chump change, so getting a Promised Neverland volume for almost nothing, really cool, especially because it's one of my favorite series. But I think it's the most interesting manga that I got. It's the Ponyo, this is like a colored edition, or maybe I think it's like just movie scenes plastered together in a, in a manga format. Really interesting. I want to get the rest of these, because I rarely see this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's really neat. I really love the movie. Then, an actual book. A Robotech book, The New Generation, The Invid Invasion. 3 novels for this. So this is basically 3 novels put into one, and specifically the Invid Invasion saga or something. I know a bit about Robotech, but hey, I think this was 50 cents, so why not, right? You get 3 novels for 50 cents for a cool IP like Robotech. And then the last 2 things that I noticed, which I'm like, oh, these are the highlights. Final Fantasy X and X-2. Yep, these I think were only like $2 each, so fantastic, right? Now, the cool thing about one of them is that it has an official memory card inside. And you know me, that I love getting myself some official memory cards. I keep finding them around these past couple years. And hey, randomly there was one inside of this case, so why not? So yeah, now I own Final Fantasy X and X-12. Right now I'm still currently only at number 6. I'm trying to get through the series, but yeah. Really cool that I got these for very cheap, and especially because one came with a memory card. I might make a video exploring what's inside of it, because I always like doing that kind of stuff. Okay, so yeah, that was quite a lot to get through. I got quite a lot of stuff on this day. First, it was just going to be the Friends of the Library book sale, but then it went to, me going to Goodwill, the book exchange, and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, great. And yeah, it now turned into this thrifting video that I hope I can keep making more of, because it was a lot of fun to put together. If you like seeing this kind of stuff, like, subscribe. It always really appreciate it. It really helps. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.